Greetings, we are ABO Research and this is the ABO AI Journal Club. We are ABO Research and this is our AI Journal Club. Today we are presenting a key manuscript. A machine learning-derived polygenic risk score reveals that healthy lifestyle counteracts obesity-related mortality. This work was published in Nature Digital Medicine by Xiao L. and colleagues. This presentation was prepared using information available in the public abstract of the manuscript. In this talk, we will briefly review the background of obesity, introduce the concept of polygenic risk scores, and then discuss the key findings. Obesity is one of the most important public health challenges of our time. Over the past several decades, its prevalence has increased dramatically across the world. Today, hundreds of millions of people live with obesity. This condition is strongly associated with cardiovascular disease, diabetes, several cancers, and reduced life expectancy. For many years, obesity was mainly viewed as the result of lifestyle choices, such as diet and physical activity. However, modern biomedical research has shown that the story is more complex. Some individuals gain weight more easily than others, even when their lifestyles are similar. Why does this happen? One important part of the answer lies in our genetics. Research over the last 2 decades has shown that obesity is influenced not only by environment and behavior, but also by inherited biological factors. Obesity is considered a complex polygenic trait. This means many genetic variants contribute small effects. Large genetic studies involving hundreds of thousands of participants have identified thousands of variants associated with body mass index. Each of these variants has a very small effect, but when considered together, they help explain differences in obesity risk. This leads us to an important concept in modern genetics: the polygenic risk score, often called a PRS. A PRS summarizes the combined effects of many genetic variants into a single value. On its own, a single genetic marker tells us very little, but when thousands are combined, they provide meaningful insight. To calculate a PRS, researchers first identify variants using genome-wide association studies. Each is then assigned a weight. For each individual, researchers count how many copies of the variant they carry and combine these values. The final result is a score that represents overall genetic predisposition. Polygenic risk scores are increasingly used to study diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and obesity. Traditional methods often rely on simple models. Machine learning may offer new opportunities to improve this process. Machine learning techniques can analyze extremely large datasets and identify complex patterns that traditional models miss. Instead of relying on a single model, machine learning approaches can combine multiple algorithms, like model stacking. In stacking, predictions from different models are combined to produce a final prediction, integrating their strengths. In this study, researchers used a stacked model to construct a new score called the Obesity-Related Polygenic Risk Score, or OPRS. To validate the model, researchers analyzed data from 2 large populations, primarily the UK Biobank. The UK Biobank contains information from 500,000 people. Data from 482,700 individuals were used here. To evaluate external performance, they used 8,607 participants from Nanfang Hospital in China. Performance was evaluated using the Area Under the Receiver Operating Characteristic Curve, or AUC. This metric measures how well a model distinguishes between different outcomes. The model achieved an AUC of 0.621 in training, 0.616 internally, and 0.565 in the external cohort. This level of accuracy is typical for complex traits, such as obesity. Researchers found that individuals with a higher OPRS had a higher risk of death from any cause. Among individuals with normal or overweight, the relationship between genetic risk and mortality appeared to be linear. This suggests genetic predisposition may influence health outcomes even before obesity develops. The researchers also examined how lifestyle factors interact with genetic risk. Among those with high genetic risk, following 4 healthy lifestyle behaviors led to a 59% lower risk of mortality. Even when genetic risk is high, healthy lifestyle choices can significantly reduce mortality risk. This study illustrates how machine learning and genomics can help us understand the relationship between genetics and lifestyle. Higher genetic susceptibility is associated with increased risk, but healthy lifestyle behaviors can substantially mitigate that risk. In other words, genetics may influence our risk, but lifestyle still plays a powerful role in shaping long-term health. We would like to thank you for joining us in this journal club. Discover how we can accelerate your research to achieve your scientific aims. This presentation was created using the public abstract. Make sure to read the full manuscript if you like its information.